And welcome back, everybody. We continue on with my Elden Ring Convergence run, testing everything, trying everything, being as insane as possible. That's the name of the game. We're going to stick with it. We are diving into Liurnia today, but first we're going to backtrack into Stormvale just so we can go up into the tower and see what's up there. There might be something fun. I will go back. There's still like Crucible Knights to deal with back here, and then the I can never remember the bloody worm's name at the bottom of Stormvale Castle. I died to him pretty quickly. He deserves to die. A horrible, horrible death. Okay, getting myself up to the gate to the tower. It looks like we actually have Troll and a couple Storm Knights. Shouldn't be too bad. Deal with the small guys, then we'll deal with the Troll. Ow! Just trying to heal, buddy. Get him in the face. He's gonna pull out a sword. Should die in a second. There we go. Yeah. A little fugly start. Finish it decently. Warding Remnant as we cross the bridge. Nice, good. Storm Hill into the bridge to the Divine Tower. Should be, yeah, the golems will start rising here in a second, and I just gotta get past these guys. It shouldn't be too bad. There's one archer, I think, farther down, but they're slow and not the brightest, so... Oh! They're slow, and I get slammed by one. Jeez, okay. Not as slow as I thought. And we do make it to the Divine Tower of Limgrave, but apparently it's tightly blocked shut. I thought this opened up once I got Godric's room, but apparently not in Convergence. I'll have to come back and check. I'll have to look into that. Alright, let's continue on into Liurnia. Get to the Church of Irith, get a Sacred Tear, see a Sorcerer Trainer. However, I don't want to do this, but Thops, I'm sorry. Not really. I'm actually not that sorry. I don't do a lot of quests. I don't like doing a lot of quests. I just want to go kill things. So he dies pretty quickly, and I get his Dragon Student Staff and Thops Bomb Bearing. Dragon Student Staff, that does not sound very familiar to me. Let's take a look at this thing. Glintstone Staff doesn't really say anything else regarding passive effects. So has a lesser Dragonkin affinity, which means it does physical moderate, magic weak, lightning optimal though. Okay, so that's how he does that. So you can tell by that kind of stuff. Okay, I need to look into this more. First Merchant of Liurnia, what do you have in store for me? He is a nomadic merchant, just has some basic armor, some smithing stones, which I don't really need a lot of right now, and that's about it. You really don't have a lot. Malefactor's Everjill. Yeah, I thought the best way to start kickoff Liurnia is probably actually to not go after a major boss in a dungeon, but to, you know, we can tackle a... Actually, I got the wrong armament on. Flaming armament's not going to do a whole heck of a lot to you. I don't think I have a lot of other greases on me. I'm going to do Royal Magic Grease, sure, why not? That's a little extra damage. A nice blue stick. I'm going to whack you with a blue stick. Oh, you did not get the HP upgrade, did you? But you still hit like a truck. Yeah, this dude is always hit like a truck. Big ball of fire that goes boom, boom, boom. I should probably get out of the fire. That would be a smart idea. And Aiden, the Thief of Fire, dies with an elbow to his face. I'll probably get a good rune from this. Glowing Rune of Fell Flame, yes. Glowing Rune of Fell Flame grants me, let's see here, Fire's Deadly Sin, Flame Scatter, Fell of the Flame God, nice, and Great Flame Sing. Probably ones I'm not going to deal with too much. Dropping into Stillwater Cave for the Cleanrot Knight. However, I immediately see the fact that like this cave, it looks a little different. They've spent some time upgrading the architecture, more broken down wooden structures, it looks like. Okay, so now we got little ambushes going on that push me off the cliffs into the poison. Nah. Good. Great. Oh, at least there's an elevator over here. Or ladder, excuse me. Ladder, up the yellow ladder. There's a lot of dead guys. All of a sudden, oh, there's one behind me too. But I dropped some sacred ground. Hopefully that actually does some damage to them. Looks like it. They're slowly crawling toward me, but yeah, that's taking care of most of them. And all that for some sage robes. Lovely. I was like walking, peering around a corner, making sure there's nothing behind the corner, and all of a sudden the barrels explode. Alright, buddy, we're just gonna not deal with your throwing pot shit today. And yeah, more things throwing up everywhere. When in doubt, sacred ground. Just like kill things through walls. Oh, an invisible wall! I was like saying, where did the wall go? And I was like trying to roll to get rid of the barrels. Oh, we got the little mine. Those what are those called? Kindred of Rot. Mini Kindred of Rot. There we go. Okay, I'm very close to the Cleanrot Knight, or it's not the frickin' Kindred of Rot. So I'm just gonna make a run for it now. Do the poison and pass everybody. I forgot to flask up though. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Just pop in here and flask up real quick. Still the Kindred of Rot. I keep calling him the Kindred of Rot. You know, he's a slave, Cleanrot Knight. Oh, let's dodge that. Yeah, he does not have the HP to pull this off. Not to deal with all my shit. Deal with it. Halo Scythe, Secret Night Gauntlets. Yeah, Halo Scythe, not bad. Okay, I'll roll with it. thing I mentioned a few times early on is Convergence was like I've been through Convergence up through into Liurnia, so I knew a decent amount of Limgrave, but Liurnia is kind of where I'm starting probably more and more to draw a blank on everything. So I'm going to predominantly run this through how a normal full run would be, like a go and look at everything type of run, a kind of full challenge run, a full boss run I should call it, and after then we'll just see what kind of we find. Get another Shibari grape. I am turning the grapes in because I want to try to drop down and do that whole the ending. What ending do I want to do? So many choices. So many choices. I do like the Frenzied Flame ending though. That's probably my favorite ending. Oh, we got a minor Erdtree with a new boss thing. Crystal crab. It's a crystal crab. Yeah, so this is probably like the other minor trees you keep seeing where we see a mini boss in front. So, Crystal Crab, probably strong against magic, so we'll just go in there. Our normal path should do with the electric charge, and flaming armament should do fine against this guy. You know, just don't want to do like glintstone. Probably do very little to this guy. All right, buddy, I'm gonna stop eating whatever you're eating and come out giant crystal crab. Oh yeah! Crystals right in my face. Oh, he bleeds. How does a crystal crab bleed? Either way, he's gonna die in a second. Then he's dead. That didn't take much. Crystalline claw and a whole bunch of inmates. What is crystalline claw? I am curious. It's a great axe with crystal pincer. I need a higher intelligence, go figure, to wield that bad boy. Not much, I just need like one. I'm actually kind of curious to see if I can pull this off and take a look at what this does. Give me a second. Okay, big giant crystalline claw. Yeah, pretty much just exactly what it says. What does this thing do? Okay, so grab pinch. Does it have follow-up attack? It does not. Decent hit. No follow-up attacks. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I'll just stick with what you've been using. Looks like it could be fun, but not my playstyle probably. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to get 2 more spots in before the end of today's run. We're gonna drop down to the coach, see what weapons down there. Then we'll head up the nearby dungeon for the Burial Erdtree Watchdog. I'm thinking I'm gonna like pop up the kind of like the western side of Liurnia, then we'll go through the middle, then the eastern side, and then the northern side, finishing up with the castle up north, and then this academy in the middle. So it's like 1, 2, like 5 to 7 episodes, depending on how long it takes me each time. Again, the goal is going to be like at least 3 bosses or invaders per run, and it looks like some things have changed. The bridge is now expanded across the domain, so you can actually run the entire bridge from Limgrave into Liurnia, so I didn't even have to do Stormville. And yeah, so that's kind of cool. That's something actually on the bridge here. Hold on a second. What is this? Anything good? Vanguard armor and gauntlets and greaves. Which is probably heavier armor than like my starting gear, but still pretty good. And we get the tree spear from that coach. Nothing crazy there. And we make it into Cliff Bottom Catacombs, where the next Burial Erdtree Watchdog is. I don't know, there's probably like, what, 6 to 8 Burial Erdtree Watchdogs in this game, plus the Erdtree avatars, which are probably another like 8 to 10, be my guess. Quite a few. Oh, hello. You're new. Hi. You weren't there before. Goodbye. Walking down to the dungeon, you can get hit by something, a Storm Knight. So we're going to deal with Storm Knights again. Apparently, Erdtree Watchdogs are mostly Storm Knights. I was kind of trying to see how the Fia's Miss actually did on normal bosses. Actually, not bad. But apparently I aggroed nearly everybody in the process, though. If I remember right this way, it's like there's 2 different paths. You can do this path, or eventually you have to drop down no matter what. So we're going to just clear the entire dungeon out. just for, you know, shits giggles. Make sure I watch out for traps. Nox Mirror Helm. Little side little door here. Huh, Nox Mirror Helm. Probably nothing I'll use. Actually, let's take a look. Just you never know. You never know. Where is Nox Mirror Helm? Increases faith. Okay, so I got a decent amount of faith increasing stuff. So if I need to like get access to a spell I don't really have access to yet, I can probably knock it out. Now, so you get back to this room back here, and this is kind of where you go to. It looks like pop down here, grab the Glow of Wart, Golden Rune 3, not bad. But it's this room right here. It's got a purple item in it. But I know there's some guys hiding behind the corners. So we're going to like see if we can draw some people out. The Sacred Ground. Oh, it just might be him. Is it just you? Oh, no, it's the magic arrows. That's right. I thought some people were behind the corners, but apparently get hit by traps. Shield of Alacrity. That was not worth it. Okay, I'm going to test something with Sacred Ground. So I know there's stuff beneath me that pops out. I'm wondering if how far down this drops. Nah. It does actually drop all the way down to the ground, but it's not aggroing anything. Oh, there they are. Oh, we got birds with swords on their feet. We're just going to make our way around, away from the birds with swords on their feet, because that just does not sound pleasant. Oh, they're chasing me. Of course they are. Well, birds should not be inside catacombs, so they're at a disadvantage. A little bit longer dungeon than we've had to deal with in Liurnia so far, but got through it just fine. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, no, minus the birds with swords on their feet being inside of catacombs. That just doesn't seem right to me. But I guess I should just be pointing out, like, no deaths. Yay, no deaths. Okay, Burial Erdtree Watchdog. Let's pump up ourselves a little bit, get ourselves ready. I probably need to do some flask allocatements, get some more mana flasks, I think. Yeah, that'd probably be wise. We're gonna do our standard buff build for now. I don't have anything else really going on yet. Nothing. I do have. I could probably use the Golden Warp. Stormcaller Taran. You're new. You don't have a lot of HP though, but you have some decent poise. Oh, okay. He's almost dead. And now he's dead. Stormcaller Taran, that's new. That's new. I don't remember him being last version of Convergence. Stormcaller's Dirt, Glowing Rune Storm, and some Ashes. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Glowing Rune of the Storm. Cloud Form, Storm Strike, that sounds like fun. Gale Blast, Gathering Storm. I'm wondering actually what Gathering Storm is real quick. Gathering Storm, offensive enchantment. Surround your body with the power of wind for 30 seconds, causing each offensive storm spell you cast to increase the damage of your next one by 2%, and the FP cost of your next storm by 4%. It will stack multiple times during its duration. So basically, the faster you cast, the more you get off, the more damage it goes up, but it has a higher melee mana cost, which could be really, really good. But here's a more interesting one. Cloud Form. Infuse your body with essence of air, causing the caster to automatically sprint with no stamina use, also dramatically increasing stamina recovery, increasing casting speed by 40%, and prevents fall damage and makes you not stagger after falling. So, preventing fall damage is really, really good, and it lasts for nearly a minute. So that is... we'll keep that in our back pocket. Looking at her leveling up, I'm going to keep pushing up Faith until 25, and then we'll go back to Strength until 25, because the Strength is pretty low right now. But I still get some damage increase from Faith alone right now. And I think that we're going to draw today's episode to a close. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good at Liurnia so far. We're going to be heading north along the western edge. We've got a few bosses up that way to tackle, lots to explore. Actually, should probably have 2 episodes on the western edge. Because we also got the Jarberg to go into as well. So, anyways, if you like this episode so far, drop a like, subscribe, stay tuned for more. I will have more video games in store too, more modded episodes too, and we hope to have it all included. And you stick around. Go be awesome, people.